Well, what's up, good people? Mark Holtz here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It is finally freaking Friday. I hope you guys tune in to our live stream tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. We got a lot to talk about, from Micah Parsons getting a little bit miffed, it seems, about what may or may not have happened, about there being a supposed handshake deal and so on. We've got, of course, the schedule to talk about more, and the prospects of the Dallas Cowboys for the season. And I can't wait. I'm so ecstatic about how this offseason has been. It has been great. You know, I've got Eagle fans that are chomping at the bit and feeling like, well, we don't have back-to-back home games. Ooh, boo-hoo. I thought you guys were the greatest team ever. So what you crying about? You're supposed to be able to take on all comers. You're supposed to be able to handle all adversity. And y'all sitting there crying like a little biatch. Anyway, I'm out here working. And actually, this is good because it's steamy out here. And I'm actually working up a sweat. Maybe I can get some of this belly off of me. And I'm not the only one out working today. We got Diggs. Oh my goodness. We got Trayvon Diggs taking another mile step on his recovery. Okay? We see him in this workout. We see him on this workout now doing plyometrics side to side. This is significant because the thing with an ACL tear and an ACL recovery, and of course with what he had, the microfracture surgery, which is basically the cartilage in between your knee, okay? That is the cushion that helps your knee joint be able to slide easily. When that gets messed up, or like I have no cartilage left in my knee, it's literally bone on bone. And what they've done is they've done a microfracture surgery where they basically have cut a groove into the bone and they filled it up with basically cartilage paste. Now the problem with cartilage is there's no blood that goes through it. It's kind of like, it would be like a plastic cushion. And so the hope is that that takes and becomes the cartilage and grows. But he's now doing side to side drills. Now, when you have a knee injury, first thing you start doing is running in a straight line. And this is where I say, you know, people have seen Savon Ravel running straight ahead and running on a treadmill. Yeah, that's great. That is great. But you don't really tax it as much running straight ahead. It's when you actually have to plant, because that's when all of the stress comes on there. For example, now let me give you an idea here. Okay? I have, old man legs, okay? But this knee right here, I tore my ACL when I was 18 years old in high school. They ended up, because the scope was so new, they basically cleaned it up. I have no ACL in this knee, okay? Now I still got, look, for an old man, I still got a little bit of muscle on those thighs, okay? You know, a little bit, not a lot, okay? All my fat is in my belly. The problem here is, when you're going straight ahead, no problem. For me, when I stand on it for a long period of time, the compression on the knee just swells up and hurts. I have to stay in motion. The problem is when I go, you see how that's kind of gone sideways? That's the stability. That's the stability in the knee. Because I don't have that ACL, there's movement side to side on it, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt right now, but if I'm walking and my full weight's behind it, then it kind of taxes the other ones. And this is the problem, is that stability in the knee. But to see Diggs beginning the process of having the bungee cord and, you know, basically straining it, strengthening the leg, is a great sign. Now, we're going to need him to come back. Without a doubt, okay? Let's be clear here. We know the schedule we have is nasty. It is straight up raw. And fortunately, or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, week 12 to 17 is the playoff run where we're facing 5 or 6 playoff teams in a row. And if we can get lucky and get overshown and Diggs back about mid-season, say week 8 or 9, a couple games before we start taking on the Eagles, Kansas City, the Lions, the Vikings, the Chargers, and the Commanders, that helps us out a hell of a lot. Now, I'm hoping that they get back a couple of games earlier, like before the bye week, so that way they have time to start practicing and getting caught up and so on. Uh-oh, that's Kayla Stevens. Kayla got an image, and he's an Eagle fan. He's an Eagle fan from down the country here, and he's working on getting tickets for the Eagles game. Somebody out there said, Mark's not going to go. Somebody out there put words in my mouth and said, I'm not going to go. Yeah, pretty good view, it says, so he must have found some tickets. I'll see. He asked me how many tickets. I said, I'm worried about me, myself, personally. If you know, we'll start from there, and then we'll see if we can get other ones to go to that game, and see how many people we can add. But if we do go to that game, I can't finance these tickets because the average price of these tickets is like, I think they said $700 a seat, and that includes the nosebleeds. Now, of course, that jades it because the lower level ones are well over $1,000. But I'm really thinking about that. It's kind of like go to training camp or go to the Eagles' first game. I have to be honest with you. Training camp, it's nice. It's nice to see my people, see Law and Foots and all those guys. But as far as action that you see, man, that's a lot of money to see practice. And by the time you get the airplane tickets, get the hotel, get the car rental, the Cowboys fees, it would be cheaper for me just to go to the Eagles game and spend the night up there. Hopefully not in jail, but we'll see what we got. So good news on Diggs, and I'm going to check out what he's got for tickets on there and see where we go. Pretty good view, he says. Oh, man. Brian Boldinger said, if you're a Cowboy fan, you don't want to go to this thing. It's going to get ugly. Maybe more the reason to.